Hi, I'm Marco. I'm 51 years old. I live in Melbourne. I'm a primary school teacher. I've been teaching for 31 years. In 2020, I had a nervous breakdown due to COVID, due to the lockdowns here in Melbourne, and due to my role as deputy principal. I was in charge of all online learning, which was something new to everyone around the world, but having that responsibility on my shoulders and leading the teachers on how to implement online learning and catering for 450 children took its toll on me. And during that period there, my partner of 11 years that we were living together with our two dogs, we ended our relationship. He moved out. Within that year, I lost both my dogs. And unfortunately, also during that time, I lost one of my dearest friends from cancer. He was diagnosed with cancer. Within 3 months of diagnosis, he had passed away. I fell into a very heavy depression. I've been following Rob on Instagram for a while, and I've been loving the posts that he's been putting up. But when he introduced his book, Behind the Smile, just the title on it by itself, I could relate to. I really could. I've been living behind a smile my whole life, and without even realizing that the smile I was living behind wasn't real. It wasn't who I should be. It was a protective layer. It's what kept me safe, this smile. I read Rob's book twice, in one hit after the other, because the first time I read through it, I wanted to learn about Rob and not focusing so much on the masks. But the second time around, I was really able to focus on how the masks shaped him. And I was blown away how similar and different our stories are, and how I could relate to every single mask in that book. How it had just taken control of my life. Of recent, what also drew me in, during that time, Mum had passed away suddenly 5 months ago. My dad was diagnosed with Alzheimer's 7 months ago. I was processing my own grief of losing my mum, knowing that I'm now Dad's main carer, taking care of him, dealing with his grief, but also his Alzheimer's, trying to cope with my own grief of losing my mum and losing so much within the last 4 years, and most importantly, losing myself. So when Rob's book appeared, his post appeared, this program appeared for me, the 6-week program appeared, and I just had two choices. It was either end my life or take the plunge. And I decided to take the plunge. Thank God I decided to take the plunge and give Rob a go, give this program a go. I always had at the back of my mind, if this program doesn't work, I've got option one. And I wasn't afraid of option one. I thought, let's just throw in, I've got two choices here. Let's do it. Let's see what comes out of it. And I can't thank the program, I can't thank Rob enough for saving me. With my work as well, but for saving my life. Working with Rob is so easy. He's not only empathetic, not only caring, not only an intelligent man, he works from research. He works from scientific research-based cases that he's had and read through and explored and learnt. He's a very well-educated man, and our sessions have always been connected. I felt seen by Rob, and I felt seen in a caring way. I felt seen in an empathetic manner. I felt understood, finally, in my life. I finally felt understood, and that for me allowed me to expose more of myself. And that wouldn't have happened without working with someone like Rob. I had a lot of tears. He allowed me to have my tears. And we had a lot of laughter as well. There was a lot of fun times in our discussions. So that allowed me to really drop everything and be raw, be authentic, allow my real me to slowly come out and he's been trapped, he's been caged up for 50 years. And Rob was so tender in the way he would allow it to come out. I had his support, I had his guidance, and it allowed me to becoming a much stronger person. My biggest shift that I've made was I could never look at myself in the mirror. I just couldn't look at all this. I didn't like what I saw on the outside. I knew the inside was good, but I just wasn't happy at all with the outside. And working with Rob, I've learned to care for myself. I've learned to appreciate myself. I've learned to believe who I'm meant to be, and I'm letting go of my masks that I wore. I look at myself every morning in the mirror and I give myself a high five, which I couldn't even look at myself. I give myself a high five and I give myself a kiss in the mirror, and I say, hey, you got this, you're good, you got this, you know what you're doing. This strength that I'm feeling within myself, and I'm giving it to myself, which I've never have, is the biggest win I could possibly ever imagine. Biggest win. And I'm grateful that I'm having this now at 51. I've always been afraid due to my age, just thinking I'm 51 and after 18 years of relationships, going from one to another, not being alone, and now I've spent 2 years on my own. And I feel proud of myself now. After 51 years, I can honestly say that I like who I see. I'm proud of what I've accomplished. I'm proud of the steps that I'm taking to not give up, and it's been so tempting to give up, and I don't want to give up anymore. I don't. This program's taught me and has helped me to know that, hey, I'm worthy. There is still a life out there for me, regardless of my age, regardless of my circumstances at the moment with family and within myself. There's a life out there, but the only life I do want now is a genuine, authentic life, and I want people to know me for who I really am. The scars, the pain, the suffering, the joy, the silliness, the clown that I can be and the clown that I am. I want them to see the real me, all of me, and I'm not afraid to say no. I remained in an abusive relationship that destroyed me, physically, mentally and emotionally destroyed me. And it's taken me 2 years after the breakup to finally reveal myself and reveal my truth and forgive myself for that, because I understand now it was the mask that I was wearing. It was these protective layers that I put on, this shield, this invisible shield that I just felt safe. And I'm open. And this is the real me. And it feels good. If you're watching Rob's videos, or you're listening to these testimonials, or you're seeing his posts and you've got that little bit of an inkling of, wow, this kind of resonates with me, I can only speak from my experience, and I can promise you this: do it. Read his book. Learn from his story and how you can relate. Give the program a go, because it saved my life, and I can honestly say that it has saved my life, because I was ready, and I'm not ready now. I've got a life to live, and I've got good people to come into my life in the future. My final words to you that's listening is, give it a go, and I'm beyond grateful that I gave it a go, and put in the work, because there's no change. You can't change without putting in the work. Things aren't just going to come our way. That's what I've learned, and I've spent my whole life waiting for things to come my way, and whatever did come my way, I just accepted. No work involved. I just accepted for the situation that it was, and I don't need to do that now. And lastly, what I do want to say is, Rob, I can't thank you enough for being my biggest cheerleader, for pushing me, allowing me to be raw, allowing me to be open, and guiding me like you have has just been, it's just been beautiful, and I've loved it. I've decided I'm taking on the next part of the program, another 12 weeks, because if I can accomplish what I've just accomplished now, and that's been in 6 weeks, watch out. World, watch out. I'm looking forward to the Marco in 12 weeks' time, and the world's going to love the Marco in 12 weeks' time.